Good morning everyone. Myself Ankita. My topic is Introduction to Database Management System. Let's see about database management system. First we'll go for data. Data is nothing but it is a collection of information that stores in computer. Example, customer name, customer number. We can store like this informations and database. Now, database is nothing but is a collection of interrelated data, and this can be stored in the form of tables also. And next, database system. Database is an organized collection of structured information or data typically stored electronically in a computer system. And a database is usually controlled by a database management system. It will control by a database management system, and the data can be easily accessed, managed, modified, updated, and controlled and unorganized. And next, database management system. In shortly, we can call it as DBMS. DBMS is a database means it is a collection of data. Management system is a set of programs to store and retrieve those data. In database management system is a collection of data and set of programs to access and store those data in an easy and efficient manner is called as database management system. Database management system is a software which is used to manage database. For example, MySQL and Oracle, etc. These are the popular commercial DBMS used in different applications also. And next, drawbacks of using file systems to store data. These are the drawbacks. First drawbacks in file systems: data redundancy and inconsistency, multiple files formats, and duplication of information in different files. In this data redundancy and inconsistency, duplication of information in different files. In different files, duplications will be there, and also multiple files format will be there, and that is the redundancy and inconsistency. And next one is difficulty in accessing data. Difficulty is accessing data. To access data in file system is difficult because sometimes it need to write a new program to carry out each new task. In that cases, file systems are difficult to access the data. And next, data isolation. Data isolation it will use in data multiple files and formats. Data security problems also will be there. If you store the data in files, retrieve and storing the data is somewhat some security problems issues will arise in file system, and transaction problems also will be there. If you want to transfer the data from one source to another source or destination, if you want to retrieve the file, or some transaction problems in file systems. And these are the drawbacks of using file system to store data. Next, advantage of database. Advantage of database is a data independence. Is the first advantage of database. If you want to store the data in database, the first advantage is independent. It is independent to one another. Data stored in different tables, so one is independent to another. So here we can save the data, and we can make each table independent to each other. And next is efficient data access. In efficient data access, we can store the data efficiently when compared to the file systems. The database can access the data difficulty with faster and more secure. And next, data integrity and security. If you use the database systems rather than file system, it has data integrity and security will be there. And next is data administration. Administration means everything will be under the control of the administration here. So only the person who is having the username and password, he can only modify the data which is present in the database. Administration means it is everything will be controlled on the administration only. Next, concurrent access and crash recovers. In this, we can access the data concurrently, and also it can have a chance of crash recoveries. Something is happened in the database, so you can recovery in data in database where file systems once your file is lost, you cannot recovery in the files, but database and crash recoveries in the database, it is possible because of this crash recovery. And next, reduce applications development time. If you want to implement any product, the main thing is you have to submit the product within a time, and further database will help because it reduces application develop time. So already the table will be created or the data stored that it can be retrieved or modified efficiently. That fast access it is helpful in reduce application develop time. These are the advantages of database. Next, applications of database. What are the applications of database? Why in where we use applications of database? Let us see. In banking areas, we use the database for all transaction. Whatever transaction that are going in the bank, that will based upon complete database. And next, in airlines we'll use the database for reservation and schedule. For this purpose, database will be useful. And next, universities also for registration and grades. Registration for student and staff, and calculate grades and marks and the information of the students. All these requirements in DBMS. And the next, sales also is more useful and more useful for customers products purchase. For all this field required database to store the relevant data. And next, manufacturing is in this field also they require database compulsory to store the data. So in manufacturing for production, inventors, orders, supply chain, and for all these fields they require data base to store the relevant data. In human resources also they use database for employee record, salary, tax deduction. For everything they require to store the data. And next, telecommunication. Nowadays all are using telecommunication to record of calls and monthly bills, etc. These are the applications of database system. Next, disadvantage of database. In database we required initial investment in hardware and software and training. We require high investment at starting for to buy the hardware and software to give training to the people regarding to how to use database software, and it makes the overhead cost. Also cost of defining and processing data, this is also a overhead of cost. And overhead for security, concurrency control and recovery. For all these reasons, cost of using DBMS become overhead. They need some overhead for this database system. And this is the small introduction of database management system. Thank you. And thank you.